Alright, I want to do a little intro to this video. I think earlier this year, last year, sometime I made a kind of like a little warning video about these oil cooler lines on an 8.1 Vortec on a Workhorse chassis, probably on trucks too. But this little clip can break that holds the oil cooler lines. When they do, it drops down on the engine mounting bolt, rubs the hole in itself, you lose oil pressure, pump oil all over the place. Makes for a real mess and a bad day. This happened to a friend of mine out in Colorado. At the moment, as you can see here, because I was going to say the easiest thing to do is just buy a new line set. And you can see here, Brazel's making Workhorse no longer provides it. So this is a picture of the original set. You see it's been discontinued and superseded. And Brazel's, they went out and designed a new set, or I guess they found a vendor that could make it for them. So there is an option now. You can just buy the whole set of lines and bolt them on and go. But at the moment, they're out of stock. So hopefully it'll be back in soon. But anyway, he's on his way to Florida from Colorado, so he stopped by here in Kentucky, and we're getting him fixed up. So, you know, he temporarily put a piece of rubber hose on it and clamped it with like 4 clamps, but it still leaked. So this video will show you what we did to get him back on the road, and hopefully it'll stay fixed for a good long time. And I'll put a link to this original video and the pieces, parts that you need here for these new line sets. That's a nice toy you got there, Ray. What kind of PSIs is this? What pressure does it build? Nice. Okay, see what we're trying to do here. We're trying to repair this oil line for 8.1. Kind of common problem. See right there. When that plastic clip breaks, it rubs the engine bolt and you get a leak. So we're going to try to fix it today. So you just put those together?
I tried getting this done in Denver and they told me that it was too short. You can't go that short.
Pull that back apart again. I want to see the inside of those fittings. How that looks. How cool is that? Alright. Do your magic. Make it look easy, Ray.
Hydraulics. Just tell it what to do and she just goes.
Good stuff, good stuff. If in case you're wondering, this is called a Gates compression style fitting. You see Gates right on there. Alright. Nice. Oh, by the way, we're using 1/2-inch hydraulic hose here, just so you know. So we'll take this back and see if we can't get it plumbed in. Alright, just to show you what we're trying to do here, because I've made a video about this in the past, where this little clip breaks. This is your engine mount on the left-hand side of the engine. Normally your oil lines run right here. That plastic clip breaks, the lines drop down and rub that engine bolt until it rubs a hole in your oil line. Pumps your oil out as you're going down the road. And then it blows back on the exhaust, makes a real mess. Okay, actually, there's what happened. Where is it at here? There it is. That's where it rubbed. And you can see where it fits up in here. Does this pipe go to the rear or forward hole?
That one is the forward hole.
Forward. Okay. So this one would go up here like this. It in place. That must be the rear because it lines up with the rub mark. Okay, okay. There it is. See, that's out fit from the factory. When that clip breaks, it falls down and rubs until you get a hole. So we're going to try to fix that today. And then, of course, the 2 lines come along up front and attach to the oil cooler. That's loud. Right there. We did get a couple new seals for this too, so it doesn't leak. So that is our project. So let's get at it. Alright. Taking a nice straight cut on this pipe. Measure twice, cut once, hopefully.
Well, we're giving ourselves on this one plenty of room, that if we're still too long, we have room to go. It's always the fear of cutting it too short.
There it goes. Oh, nice and pretty. And I got a little reaming tool.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, let me get
better
that
than
tool.
this? These? Okay.
Okay, so think about this. This is pretty critical because you want to deburr this, because if a little bit of this aluminum flies off and gets in that oil line, that's going to go directly back into your engine. That could make for a bad day. So hold it upside down. I got this cool little reaming tool I use on air conditioner stuff. So hold it upside down. We'll get in there. And that's all you do a few times. So, but it's going to take two hands. You get the idea.
There's still a few in
And
there.
if you see closely, can you see closely? There's still a couple of little specks in there. To the focus. See the little specks? That's what you got to be mindful of. So we're going to hold it upside down. Take a Q-tip and really clean that thing good. Absolutely make sure there's nothing that's going to get back in that engine. So you can see a little speck of metal I got. Imagine what that would do on your crankshaft bearing or camshaft bearing if it got in there.
So it looks like there's a little piece over here.
Yeah, alright, so we'll finish cleaning this up really good and get our fitting put on. Just check out all these shavings I peeled out using this little tool. It makes for a nice smooth entry point for the oil to go through there. So if you happen to be on the side of the road trying to do this yourself, I thought I'd just give you the dimensions of this pipe we had made. So it's right at, you can see, about 7.5 inches. Lined up here at the other end. Yeah, 7.5 inches, and you'll be in good shape because there's plenty of room to wiggle around. It looks like we did a little dry run just a minute ago. The hose was cut for what, about 4 inches of hose.
Right.
The overall length was 7.5. There you go. That may help you out when you go to the hydraulic store. Remember, this is a Gates fittings, 1/2 inch hydraulic, and compression fitting here. Easy peasy. Okay, another tip here. I got me some 1000 grit sandpaper and kind of polished this really good. Make a because we're relying on that compression fitting for the seal. So I want to make sure I got a nice smooth surface for that compression fitting to clamp down on. Almost through. I think I feel it. Ta-da! I'm gonna do the same thing with this side and ream it out good and clean it out. Alright, so you can get an idea of what we're doing. So we cut, where'd that little short piece go? Oh, here it is. So we cut a little piece out on this end. Yeah, about 1/2 inch.
1/2, 3/4.
3/4. We got this long piece. We cut out the bad piece, about 4 inch worth.
Right at 4.
You know, we've got a new pipe made for it. So we're just gonna snug
This is
it.
gonna go
Yeah.
like this.
Get it snugged up. We'll get it in place, kind of do a dry run. Make sure everything's in position. Alright.
Go grab some wrenches.
Alright, get some wrenches. Alright, so you'll need a 1 inch and a 7/8 wrench. I guess that's for our fittings anyway. We've just got them snugged up a little bit. And we're going to crawl under here and kind of get it in position, get it where we want. Then we'll pull the line set back out and really crank them down good and tight.
These. Oh, that came,
Yeah, that's
it broke.
Yeah, that's what gets us in trouble when those break.
Yeah.
That causes all the dilemma.
So these, you have to kind of go this way. Jiggle and wiggle. Flip it around.
All right. In good shape there.
So we've got our, I'll put this side together so that we, okay, so you got our washers.
Yeah,
So we have our 2 washers. That's what they look like. You can buy them brand new out of Brazzle's.
And we're back on the road.
Now this here is a 15 millimeter.
All right. All right, putting the torque on it. There you go. Got one snugged up.
Okay, now we should stop here.
Okay.
No. Stop.
Can we pull it back this way and tighten the other one?
Well, we'll be back plenty. So let's.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, honey.
All right. So I think we're gonna be good. So let's pop this one in. Come on, you stupid thing. There we go. So when you're putting that in, you gotta make sure. When you talk, what I'm just telling you, you gotta make sure that thing is all the way up inside there.
Yeah.
And you can see how it's inside, because it's going. You see the holes over here.
Yeah, well, our clip has to go in.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we'll get a close-up shot of that. Are you putting in the clip now?
Yeah.
All right, let me get up in here. Where you at? Where am I at? Where's my camera at? Okay, there we go.
Okay,
Put
so
the clip in
this
place.
goes up into here. You gotta kind of. There we go.
I heard it snap.
Yep. Okay. And you can see where right inside there, and if you go straight up, you'll see that you can see that little.
And I guess you can tug on it.
Little collar, that little piece, right? So now, when we try and pull it, it's not coming down.
Good deal. All right, locked in place.
Okay, now what the factory did was they had a band that went around
that's that plastic piece.
and that's all disintegrated.
Yeah.
So, I got the one. I need to go right to the side of it here. There we go. Okay. Same thing with that one. Sometimes you gotta kind of go around in the circle.
Yeah, you gotta find that little slot.
Right, exactly.
Someone's calling.
Okay.
Hey,
Make sure it's clipped. Okay.
And you can see we got just enough room to get in there to tighten up the other compression fitting. If we get that snug, then we got to get us some good zip ties and zip time in place so this doesn't happen again. So every 8.1 Vortec owner needs to check this, not only on your oil lines but also on the opposite side where your transmission cooling lines are, because it can do the same over there too. You can rub a hole in your line.
So I'll get wired tied up like this.
Yeah.
We obviously have a little bit extra.
Yeah.
Because we didn't cut any more out of that other pipe than we had to. So there's plenty there if this ever has a problem.
Cool beans, cool beans. All right, now it's lunchtime, and we'll come back and finish this up. So while I'm under here, I wanted to point out something to you. Now, because we're fixing it and fixing it right, I believe. But in a pinch, say for instance, you're on the side of the road, you don't have any access to any hydraulic fittings or anything, you can unscrew these black fittings up here. Not sure what size socket it is, pretty large. But once you unscrew them, you'll be looking at 2 female 1/2 inch national pipe thread that goes up in the block. So you could, from there, you could put you in like just 2 barbed fittings come down with a piece of hose and loop it right back in. Now, you're totally bypassing the oil cooling aspect of it, but you could at least get you to your destination, get you somewhere at a campground where you could focus a little bit more and get the parts you need to fix it correctly. If you've got oil spewing everywhere, that might be a quick fix for you. Alright, so this is try to better illustrate. So here's your oil filter fitting. There's your outflow and your inflow of the oil line going to the oil cooler. So in a pinch, you could get you some 1/2-inch barb fittings like this, get you some good heavy-duty hose that can stand up to, you're probably figuring over 200 degrees temperature. You just come out with the hose, come and loop back around. Now remember, we're bypassing the oil cooler, not a long-term solution, but at least something you could do quick on the road, get yourself back going again. And there's also another option, these fittings here. See, these are called number 10 AN fittings. So with this type of fitting, you could screw that into the block here and here, and then put an AN fitting, a barb fitting on it, same way, come off with a piece of hose. So that's just another option. Something to think about. So I know we didn't get to show taking the lines loose initially. Kind of got ahead of ourselves before we started doing the video. I was going to point this out to you. Get my camera in the right spot. Okay, so when you want to take these lines loose, it's handy to have one of these little pick tools. So you can reach up there and get a hold of that clip and pop it loose. Now, originally, because these are already gone, there's these little plastic collars that will pop and slide down out of the way. They're already rotted and gone on this one. But there's kind of a little extra safety. It keeps that clip from ever popping out. But I don't think they're going to go anywhere. First, you could always probably put some good tape or something around there just for a little extra reassurance. Alright, so something else to be mindful of as you're putting this back together. So you don't want things beating on each other. You're going to knock another hole in the line. So I think what we might do, take this piece of rubber hose that's already slotted or slit, and just slide that over. And then when we kind of zip tie this together, it's not metal on metal. It'll keep it cushioned. And there is a little bracket up under here somewhere. Where's that bracket? Okay, turn around. Where is our bracket? Okay, there it is. See the bracket? You got a little hole right here. We're going to run some zip ties through there, get that clamped in place. So we've got to get that done next. Get everything nice and snug. Vibration free.
You gotta watch these things.
And remember to tighten up your lines up here. Be careful, because that's your oil cooler.
Yeah, and you gotta watch these right here.
Yep. What size socket is that?
This is a 15 millimeter.
15 mil on that socket right there. So now you know. Okay, our first test run. Got no leaks. So far so good. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I hear a little bit of a squeak. We need to investigate. Alright, looking good, looking good. Alright, one last look over. We've had the engine running a couple times. Everything's good and dry. We got no leaks. Everything's zip tied in place. Everything's looking good. So if you happen to blow a oil line on the road, this is one way you can get yourself back on the road, back going. But everything turned out pretty well here. So there you go. Another fixes in the books. Thanks for watching, and have yourself a blessed day. See you, bye.